Okay, pilots, I got something here that will just about fly itself. Just about. I mean, just about. It's actually a Hobbyzone name brand Carbon Cub S Plus. Now the S Plus is safe, plus it has GPS. You set this plane up, and heck, you take off, you fly around just like you want in safe, and you push a button and hold it for 3 seconds. The plane will come around and land itself, as long as you got battery power. Now, I've seen a couple of videos where they didn't have enough battery power, and she went down. You got to have battery power. So let's see what's in the box. This thing is 1,300 millimeters. Now that is the same scale as my Bigfoot, my Rock Hobby, well, my Arrow's Bigfoot, my Rock Hobby Falcon, and my Hobby King TL2000. So all my civilian planes is going to be perfectly scaled to each other. Man, this thing is beautiful yellow. I seen that yellow and silver, and I said, man, that's cool. That looks like my Trojan, Arrow's Trojan. Let's see if it'll sit there. That I painted a different scheme. But let's look at this a second. Let me get my light over here. Like I said, it's got the, if I can get the box around there. Easy to fly safe with the auto landing. Incredible versatility. Does if you got it on advanced mode, I mean, it does loops, it does the barrel rolls, it does the whole 9 yards. And I bought this one. You can buy this one ready to fly, but I bought it bind and fly. I'm gonna bind it up with my Spectrum DX8E. Now, this plane has got an optional flap system on it. You get the servo extra, and you'll be able to get flaps on it. We're gonna see what we got here. On the packing slip, it said that my servo, I ordered extra servo for the flaps, was in here somewhere. They put it in here. But this right here is a phone book, pilots. It is a phone book that you got to read just about all from one page to the end of English, because you got a lot of setting up to do to get your GPS and your safe and all that set up. But it's supposed to, it should be all in here. I see a couple of decals, and I don't know what all these green things are. They might be coupons, but that's pretty thick manual. I've seen videos that it's in different languages. It's even in Italian, I think. The man said it was in Italian. But there's a guy on YouTube, pilot there. He does a lot of videos on planes. He has got a series on this plane, like four different videos of setting it up and everything. So that, it don't seem like it's gonna be too bad, but as long as I don't have to program the receiver, we're gonna be all right. It's got that wing on it there. I don't like that tape. I try to get that tape away from that plane. Got some felt paper in between the tape and stuff, thank goodness. Now this is a nice finish here. Now you can tell this foam though, it's got some scale to it. Yep, they did put they got the hinge tape on the flapper, and you got to cut some sections out of it here, and then you got to make your cut down here along the side of the fuselage. man, that's gonna be beautiful. That's a beautiful yellow too. Just a few little pinholes and things in the foam. But you know me, pilots, you know I'm gonna have nav lights. I'm gonna have, depending on what the cowl looks like, if I can get the cowl off or not, they might have landing lights on the wing, or it might be in the cowl like most civilian planes do. But right here is a control rod for your flap right there. You mount your servo back here after you get your two wings together. You mount your servo back here, one servo, and you got your push rods comes up here and operates this arm here. That's your flaps. You got your servos already installed. Got a nice decal over the wiring. Got a little rubber tubing on the clasp there. Yep, I got, looks like hinge tape down the bottom of the aileron. Beautiful, it's beautiful. Now it's got some kind of section here cut out of the wing, just a square, rectangle shaped section there cut out of the wing. I don't know. That might create more lift, you never know, I don't know. This is a Cub, so maybe somebody knows why they cut that section in the wing or make a comment. I appreciate it. I've never seen that before. I've seen those vortex V-shaped things on the wing there to create channels in the parent. It's all over the place here. There's knots on that one. Let's just get this tape off here. Yes, plastic, don't let go. Take a look at these tires. I was wondering about the tires. Tires on the Bigfoot, they foam or rubber, but they're not really soft. But these are a little bit softer. Not much softer, but a little bit softer. About the same size, but they are a little bit softer. This is another one of my bush planes. So yeah, and floats are available, but they are optional. You got to buy them. Got that little section cut in it too. See the Hobbyzone there? Hobbyzone. Oh yeah. Looks like it's in good shape. No scratches, no chunks out of it. Everything's nice and finished in shape. Horizontal here. It's all silver. Both sides of silver. Got a horn already mounted to a plastic base there to control your elevator. Let's exercise our surfaces. Exercise our surfaces. Got a windbreak comes out there. Bouncer, whatever. They even got a plastic, some kind of a reinforcement right there on that corner so that it won't break. Both sides. Got a carbon fiber rod to it right here, all the way through. It's pretty good. Not too shabby. Let's see what a bag looks like. Well, we got, yep. There's our wing brake. Tape. It looks not that good. These are not only your landing gear spars or struts, but the float struts. Now, when I looked on Hobbyzone's internet page there with this plane, the floats also come with the struts is what I understand, what I seen in the picture, what I read. I got to get in here. But the struts for the landing gear has a notch in it for the little gear door, gear strut fender. Yeah, there it is right there. It's got a little notch in it there. You put that gear, you would call it a kind of fancying up plate they put over there to hide that. And that these go to the floats. Now, the floats are like white with a blue stripe with a Hobbyzone Hobby on it. But I'm going to paint them silver if I get some. Kind of like the floats. It's pretty cool. Now this is there's the wheel fenders I was telling you about. Strut fenders, whatever. Got a bunch of screws in there because this thing's all screwed together. This plate here goes on top of the wing. There's like a brace on the wing. Yep. I've got to watch that video there of that guy building his, and I'll use the instruction manual to set up the controller. I mean, you gotta do all that. I've got a lot of stuff in here. See a wing spar. I see the wing support bars, spars, framing, and yep, there we go. I knew them cuts in them wings versus something. You got to glue something down into it there that creates the vortexes. Can you see that? You got to glue them plates down in that wing, and that's got them vortexes on. I knew there was something the reason that was cut out like that. And there's our spar. Ah, there's my servo. Metal, 9-gram, park zone. That's the number. But it's a servo that operates flaps. Metal gear, I can see the metal on it. It's got an armor included with long enough lead on it too. Alright. We're getting close here. We're gonna have to work this out. Now it's already got the prop installed. Prop's already installed. Ooh, don't pull no paint off now, come on. I've got a GPS module staring me right in the face there. Got a satellite antenna, receiver. Man, I've got to read up on this. I've seen that in one of the videos, but the guy never went over it. He never did say anything about that one. But this other pilot, I'm watching the 4-part series. He's getting pretty deep in it with how to set it up. The RC girl, she's got a video on it. A couple other pilots that I've not heard of, but they've got a lot of videos on YouTube. That's got a cowl on it like those other civilian planes. I might take that off and see if I can put me a couple fog lights back in there. But that feels hard there. It don't feel like styrofoam to me. I might have to put them in the wing pods. It don't matter to me. We got a vent coming in here, and those both are opener for vents. Right, here's our battery bay. Pretty stout there now. Battery bay, pretty stout. That opens up. That was 2200 3-cell. And most videos I've watched, I mean, they just stick it in there and it bounces out perfectly. There's a bind plug. There's where you put your bind plug in. Looks like a section there's been glued in with the vent holes at the bottom. There's our mounts for our floats. And our landing gear. Our landing gear might go across right here, because it's got a pretty big square in it, so I imagine it's going to go in right there and mount into that slot. And then your float would mount into that base. Now, like I said, it's got a 10 by 6.5, I think what the prop is. Might be mistaken on that. Oh yeah, that sounds smooth there. Yeah, when they crank up, it don't make no sound at all. And the RC girl, when she took off, she just hit that throttle wide open, and the plane just took off like it was a cow. Like it was another Sunday afternoon flight. This one's going to Alaska. Got little tubes on the end of the calipers and everything. Got a pretty stiff control rod there, man. Good Lord. You don't want that flipping around. It's got a nice plastic base here for a mountain. Hell yeah. Alright, we got one more part. We got a rudder. We got our vertical stabilizer with tail wheels already mounted to it. How about that? They look like metal rods there. They are metal rods sticking up through there for support. Got a nice little stretch system on the wheel there. But it does have a nice plastic base, goes all the way up the rudder here. Let's exercise our surfaces and watch our wheel turn. Got our offset bouncing. Got safe. Carbon Cub. Man, it looks like it says SS on it. SS. Sport. Safe Sport. SS. and a nice mount there. I don't think that's metal though. I think it's plastic, but that's a whole mount right there for it. Not too shabby. Now for all the equipment this plane's got, with the GPS, with the save system, I paid $250 for this bind and fly. And I'm gonna get it out there and fly. Let's see if we got something on the bottom here, man. Always check the bottom. I don't see nothing in that bottom. Got all the parts. We got all the pieces. Let's see. It's like I said, it's got the lead stuck down in the spar hole. 1,300 millimeters. Carbon Cub S Plus bush plane. And we're going to stick them flat control rods in first. And you put that plate on it, and there it is. Woo-wee. It does a little wiggle. It's got a little fence to it. If it flies too far away, it turns around, and then it does a little wiggle there and lets you know you back in control. All right, pilots. I'm out. Airborne. Again, thanks for the shirt, man.